Hi everyone, I'm going to try this. How are you guys doing tonight? I'm a little late, I apologize. And Sarah, hello. Roman Santos, hello. Roma Marisa, hello. Mayor of Bennington, hello. How's it going, you guys? I'm back in the studio, and I thought I might try and share a little bit of something that we make. I've been working on these fertile mugs, all right? Hello, Chris Ann. Hello, Lenitra. How are you doing? I've been working on all of these guys, and I've got a lot of these, and I'm hoping maybe to do some more fertile mugs for all. Eve, hello. Laura, hello. Bowers. And we're busy. We're working on our next level for Syracuse and Buffalo and Colorado. It's coming, by the way. Rachel, hello. Anitra, how are you doing? Hey, Doc. Let's see. Angelica Lynn. Heather, hi, everyone. Well, let's see. So, this is basically, although this one's a little dirty, finished product, and I'm working to get these done in the next few weeks and get them out to our locations. And I'm looking to make them a very nominal fee, by the way. I'm not looking to make anything other than I have fun. And the more we share the fertile energy and idea, the better, more than anything, right? Hey, Rachel, how you doing? So, Monica, Vivas, I'm going to not try to touch this stuff tonight and just kind of throw out some ideas. Maritza Garcia, hello. So, this is the thing that sometimes I got to get out of the work mode and into doing something that's going to kind of get my energy ramped up to do something fun, right? And between painting and pottery, and poetry, and although I used to do the piano, but I was never very good at it. It's our pleasure, by the way. And we really have an amazing team at all locations, and every one of our team members is doing really the best they can, and we're all learning together. By the way, Darlene Williams, I'm going to cut this down a little bit. It's a little big for what I wanted to do, but I'm going to show you how I do the mugs. And August is my vision for Colorado, by the way. We're almost there. That's the beauty of it. And a lot of patience in the process. Dr. Magarelli's team is awesome. 99%, it's coming along nice and easy. Hey, Brother Ray, how you doing? And let me see, I might have to adjust this guy just a little bit more so you're going to be able to see the whole process. And one thing about clay, very malleable, right? And I love mostly the wheel throwing, but I do a lot of slab also. And if you think about everything we do in science and life, it's like a hunk of clay, right? And it's moldable. And the beauty, you can take this and put it back in water once it's dried in, it will come back to life. Minnesota, hello. All right. Megan Acosta, how you doing? Low dose HCG for taking a low dose, doing retrieval cycles back to back. So HGH, 6 units for 7 to 14 days. I always have been recommending a little bit of estrogen, 2 milligrams, by the way, which I think can help keep FSH, LH down, and may also help with kind of keeping the follicles from growing too quickly. So it's a good one. Let's see, Melissa, how are you doing? Schedule out in Syracuse or reversals. I don't know. That's a tough one. It may be looking more towards the new year, unfortunately. So it takes a little bit time to get the process rolling. So, all right. Omnitrope egg quality. So HGH can really be helpful for improving egg quality, along with what? Dr. Kiltz's keto diet, right? Remember, it's not a weight loss diet. It's meant to be an anti-inflammatory, and it helps build the blood flow in the ovaries. along with acupuncture, DHEA, 75 milligrams a day. It's helpful, all right? And and I usually recommend 2 to 4 weeks of human growth hormone can be real helpful. Hey, Sexy Kitty, how you doing? And hello, Hell on Heels, how are you doing? All right, let's see. So the human growth hormone, either the Omnitrope, the Cerevital, or the Somaderm, I think are all helpful. All right, again, just a kind of simple process. All right, you guys doing good? Results, they said I'm blocked on the right tube and no drainage on the left. So is it a distal or a proximal blockage? If it's a distal blockage and a hydrosalpinx, that tube may need to be removed. If it's proximal, a selective catheterization may be able to help with that tremendously, by the way. Normal to be in pain after an egg retrieval. Usually about 2 to 8 hours and sometimes overnight. Sometimes the pain is due to large ovaries, and that can be the cause of the pain, or it's bleeding or fluid in the belly, which may be more serious. If you're not sure, give us a call or go to the local emergency room. If you're in Syracuse, go to Kraus. Buffalo in August, and I'm already scheduled an appointment. Kudos. It's coming, by the way. Well, it's going to be more like September because getting the permits and all this COVID stuff has kind of affected things in our Buffalo location. Get it going. Dr. Chen, Chris Ziegler, Dr. D'Souza are doing awesome. All right, let's just kind of see which way we want to go here. And you guys doing good? Hey, Samantha, Danielle, hello. Well, you know, I've been only doing it for about, almost 50 years, right? And like so. And let's see, we kind of go down here. Make sure I'm down low enough so that you have to come down a little bit more. I know it's a little crazy, but always having fun doing something like this. One of the things that when you could take your mind off of the other stuff going on in your life, you could kind of help reduce the stress and inflammation, right? All right, let's give it just a little bit of a touch with the sponge. And I got it. Here's just so you can see, these are the mugs that I made yesterday. And so this is kind of what we're doing. And we're going to make 100 at least. All right, hold on. I gotta get a bat to put these cups on. All right, and I'm going to get to the questions, I promise. Let's see. Message travel team, and they will upload. Great. Field fresh transfer of 2 embryos. We have 2 good blasts and 1 pair left. I'm 40. How many blasts do you recommend? At 40, you could do 2. I don't generally recommend 3, but on some rare circumstances. 3-day threes is not unusual to put back, by the way. Travel restrictions for Southwest states. I'm scheduled for FET in mid-July. You should be good. We'll give you a doctor's note that says this is medically necessary. Remember, wear a mask. Stay safe where you're at. If you recently have been diagnosed with COVID, you got to give it at least a couple of weeks if it's just a positive versus if it might be you're actually sick and should be in the hospital. But if you're not well or have a fever, stay home, right? All right, let's see if we can get this off of here. It's basically so that's basically it, right? Not too bad, right? And it takes about a day to dry, and then or now maybe a few days to dry, and then we'll throw it in the kiln about a week later, and then glaze it after that. All right. It is kind of nice and satisfying to play with clay, and I highly recommend it, by the way. Is it possible to ovulate prematurely? Lashana, it's possible, but it's not very common, by the way. It's uncommon to ovulate prematurely, especially, let's see, if you're doing a frozen embryo transfer, and we don't use Lupron or Cetrotide very often on those. We use mostly just estrase or letrozole in a trigger shot. So sometimes you have to actually get in a little early to trigger if it's a natural cycle or it's a letrozole cycle. The other is, let me adjust this a little bit more. You guys doing good on Instagram and you're doing good on Facebook, right? All right. Let's see. Thank you. Should I be monitoring any of my levels while doing omnitrope for priming gens? Not necessarily. Typically, we don't do that. It isn't necessary. And if you're doing a dual stem, typically you're just going to start your meds in 5 to 7 days later. I'm working on the possibility of a discount for doing a dual stem if it's prepaid potentially. But we're holding on the 5% discount through the end of September, by the way. And so, we're really trying to keep our prices affordable for everyone and keep it simple. All right? Comfort Kenny, how you doing? Estrogen priming after retrieval, will I get my period? Not necessarily. And if you're doing estrogen priming, you actually don't really need to get your menstrual cycle. The priming may be enough just to kind of quiet the ovaries, and then do a stimulation, and possibly do a freeze-all, possibly do a transfer. It all kind of depends on what things are looking like and how you're responding to the medications. Just a little trim of the top. All right, how are you guys doing? Heather, can it be requested that you do my embryo transfer? If I'm there, I will do your transfer. Dr. Corley and Dr. Lutheran are in Syracuse, occasionally Dr. Chang, and then Dr. Ditkoff and Dr. Grossman in Albany. All right. Wooden tools, very important for pottery. And I've got a mixed bag and box of all this stuff, and finding the right tools. Sometimes they're a mess of everywhere, and I have to hunt for the right one. Estradiol, my estradiol decreases 771 to 460 premature ovulation. It could be, but sometimes you have that drop and it has nothing to do with premature ovulation. So don't freak out, ask the question. But sometimes the progesterone goes up and we still do an ovulation anyway. Portia Brownage, how you doing? Heather, hello. Feather 80 in. Let's see. Sometimes it's hard to read in Tweeny. Hello. How are you guys doing? Hi, Jen. I was a potter in college. I was a potter in high school and college. That's where I learned how to do this. And that's what makes it so much fun. I've kept it going through the years, and it keeps me going. When I need a little bit of rest and relaxation, I get right over here and it does the best. Allowed to transfer 2 embryos at the age of 38. Now, Mrs. Ferguson, the answer is yes, you can, but I'm not promising. In general, day 3's easy, day 5's a little bit on the cusp on that, but mostly yes. At 38. And just because one person got to do it doesn't mean everyone gets to do it, by the way. So again, just because I'm talking about it here isn't an absolute over any of those, okay? Stephanie, how you doing? Caitlin, PCOS helps regulate, how long before Buffalo is ready to go? I'm praying on August, September, 99%, just a lot of little things. Dr. Chang's getting his privileges. We're getting the lab done. All of those things just take time and patience. Lots of patience in life. That's what we all need. More and more and more patience in the universe. All right, you guys doing all right? Early recruitment. Yes, Miss Grace. So, you know, this idea of recruitment, the ovaries are in so many ways doing what they do by adding HGH and estrase, or estrase alone in a priming. We may be able to kind of hold back some of the early recruiters that when we start our stim, we'll get everyone going about the same time. But the problem is, it can be hit or miss in too many ways in this process. All right. What do you guys think? Looking okay? This is always a little fun. Let's take a little bit of red iron oxide and give it a little color. Like so. It gets red all over the place. August, Colorado, it's happening. Hey, Paul Anthony, my friend, always great to see you. 150 minute appear too much for someone with an AMH of 3.2. I don't think it is. And you know, sometimes these numbers can be a little deceiving in exactly what they mean in the sense of, you know, which dose. Colorado is on the website. But officially it's August, but we're moving all the little details there, but you caught the little detail today, didn't you? I've been really working with everyone that it's going to be unfolding over the next month, by the way, in order to get it up and running. So phones in a few weeks, and really we should hold back on the website slightly to 1 more week, or 2 more weeks, or 3 more weeks, but sometimes the cat gets out of the bag, doesn't it? Slight morphology issue, but good preconception blood work, and slight morphology issue being the only thing. What kind of protocol should my husband be doing before? All right, so remember, it's always the egg, it's always the sperm, it's always the embryo. All of these things together are factors in affecting your fertility. So guys, Conception XR, we're coming out with our new molecular fertility supplement very soon. Keto for men and women. Remember, Kiltz is keto. Bacon, eggs, butter, beef, ice cream. Fatty is the key. Really important. Go to Amazon.com and download my ketogenic magazine book. It's helpful. And then low-dose naltrexone CBD, no alcohol, and slow it down and cool it down. If you're going to exercise, do light weights. But don't do a lot of cardiovascular that's going to heat up the body. Don't do it. All right. You guys doing good? Let's see. We're having fun, I hope. Alexander Phillips, procedure bypasses your tubes. Very bad. I'm not a big starting keto soon. I personally just do butter and cream, a little bit of cheese. I don't recommend milk, yogurt. I don't recommend a high plant-based diet. And remember, oat milk is sugar, and there's no such thing as milk in oats. Everyone's having fun, I hope. HSG or SHG cost. At our local facilities, a few $100s, I think. We're really working to make it the most affordable for everyone. All right. Invite us all over for a ceramic class. I can do that, Carla. Maybe we'll do a Zoom class from everywhere and anywhere. And pottery, my Aunt Gloria loved pottery, always loved her stuff. And my mother always did macrame. She'd always take my pots and make a macrame hanging for them and put plants in them. That was always kind of cool and fun. Much longer period after an IUI, normally 3 to 4 days, but 8 days. That can happen because, you know, we're stimulating the estrogen levels, we're making a thicker lining, you're taking the estrogen progesterone, and you're withdrawing it, so yes, you can have a fuller period for sure. Everyone's good, right? I'm just going to get this a little bit. Chris Ann, hello. Charlie Richards, how are you doing? And we'll do a little pottery 101. This is the fun stuff. I used to do jewelry, but pottery, I like the mud and it's dirtier too. Recommend HCG shot for someone with PCOS is planning an FET, so the body can get prepared for embryo transfer. You know, it's interesting. I've been talking to some people about the HCG diet. We maybe should talk more about using HCG a little bit as a priming protocol for people for 30 days, along with keto, LDN, and CBD. So I'm going to do a little bit more research on that, but it's something that I think could be very helpful. All right. Everyone's good, right? Having fun, interesting. Office moving forward for egg retrieval. August egg retrievals in Colorado. That's the plan, right? All right, let's see if I can get this off without too much destruction of the pot. You know, here's what we've done so far, right? Kind of fun. You know, a little conversation and a little pottery same time. But these are going to be the fertile mugs. Again, this is, let's see if I can clean this one off a little bit. But the basic, simple design. It really is kind of fun. Little signature on the bottom. It kind of makes it unique and different. Albany Retrieval, couple of days. It takes a village. Yes. And you know, guys, any issues you have, any of our locations, any issues, you know, I'm always available. Justine Taylor, also a really great resource. We're here to make your experience the very best, and it is not easy. It's really hard. But we're here because when the journey feels rougher than it should be, we want to know about it so we can come to the rescue and try to help make it better and more successful. We got Dr. Lutheringer and Dr. Corley in the office tomorrow. I'm on surgery all day and been on the phones a lot, talking to people from all over the country and the world. Really grateful to be able to share ideas. So many REs around the country and around the globe, bringing a lot of great success to people. And you know, it's we all are learning together. That's the unique trick to this story. All right, you guys are good. And Albany's amazing. 9 years, they gave me miracle. Awesome. May, 9 weeks. Awesome. Lady May. Awesome. And if you have endo, I've seen research best to do a week before. Keisha, I don't know what the question is. Cbd oil good for anti-inflammation, Christina. So remember, inflammation is the causative problem, all disease. Now, sometimes you get a bubble down the bottom of this, and I gotta stick a needle in it and see if I can get rid of the bubble. Otherwise, it'll explode in the kiln, and that won't be so good. All right. Let's see. Colorado is going to be a full-service center, and we're getting buffaloes coming up soon. Lots of just patience. This one kind of has a little too many bubbles. I don't know if it's going to make it, but we'll see. Yeah. All right. Recommend intralipids for everyone per transfer. I do a lot of recommendations of intralipids. It's the Immune Protocol 2, which adds lipids and Lovenox to prednisolone, aspirin, antibiotic, and antihistamine protocol. So look it up. If you go to the CNY Fertility website and go to the patient portal, you can get all this information. If you also go to Amazon.com, you can download our family building guide and also our ketogenic book and magazine. All right. let's see if we can get a little something fun down here. You guys doing well, right? All right, Michigan. All right, I'm working on Michigan. Next level. I gotta get the ones I'm working on here first. All right, let's make this a little smoother. Get under here, pull this up. Let's see if it'll come off of this with any. Keto is the go-to. I've been trying it and easing into it. I have very high BMI, so all right. Your high BMI is in your favor, by the way, and I really recommend you just keep at it. You read about it, you listen to it, you watch others that have done it, you get inspired by other people's stories. When you're listening, learning from all of you guys together and sharing the stories, do your lives, share your journey, what you've done, what's worked and didn't work, and how those people who have a similar background and a similar story may benefit in similar ways that as you have, right? Because in one way or another, we all have very similar stories in this process. And why one thing works for one and another thing works for another, it's a miracle and a mystery that we all know. Yes, Ovasitol is wonderful for PCOS, inositol. I highly recommend keto for everyone, but keto, paleo, but Kiltz is keto, the baby diet. And remember, if you're vegan or vegetarian, it's really very simple. One meal a day, add the fat, and cook the carbs well. Because if it's a low carb or low protein but high fat, they both work really nicely. So that's the craziness to the story about how to improve your health and wellness in ways that you and I didn't even understand. Let's see, what are the requirements for fresh transfer? P4, progesterone is slightly elevated, TV, Mulin, trigger tomorrow, 1 a.m., Thursday, Retrieval. You know, we'll look at that. I always say plan a fresh, you can always convert to a frozen. And start with the fresh, I think is real important personally. I've seen so many people do really well on fresh transfers. And it really is quite easy to ask and then do. Progesterone cause fresh to be canceled. I don't, you know, again, it might be usually over 2.5 is my number, but it can be done. Good first beta when you're on HCG boosters. Any hope for 28.9? I like it over 50. There's always hope. Don't give it up, by the way. So we always have to have hope in everything we do in this journey, right? All right, let me see how this is. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Doing clay molding. Clay molding is a lot of fun. I do some slab stuff. That's the most I've really done. All right, let's come way down here. All right. IVF in Atlanta, not soon enough, I should say, but I'm working on it. All right, let's see if I can get a little bit of line here. All right, you guys are good. Fish oil helps, yes. You know, remember, cholesterol is caused by a high plant-based diet, high cholesterol. But if you eat the cholesterol, eat the fat, it helps reduce inflammation. That's the trick for men and women, children, young and old alike. All of us, by the way. All those prenatal, cycle day 1, today, FET should do intralipids before or a week. A week or two prior is good, but even if you do it the day of transfer or even the day after is okay, by the way. You guys are good? Having some fun tonight at least. Hey, Jeff Noss, how you doing? Neighbor, All right. Now, I used to do a bunch of handles on these, but I like a good mug that I can hold like this. It works perfect. Just not too hot, by the way. Ida, travel ban. Listen, we have a note for everyone that you're doing essential medical care in New York for something that you cannot get anywhere. You put so much into it. Stay safe, and we believe, and so far everyone's been able to come. There's no one stopping you at the border, and we're maintaining masks for everyone. Can't get into our office without a mask. And if you're sick or have a fever, stay home. All right? You guys are all good, right? Let's see if I can do this without. Right? Kind of a little fun and nice, and we'll mark it up a little bit, but a nice, you know, again, if you like those really big mugs, but I'm kind of one for this is my favorite size, and I'm an espresso guy. All right, you guys are doing good. We're almost getting there. We're getting there. New COVID guidelines regarding the Southern States halt procedure. We're not halting. We've seen people already from Tennessee, from Arizona. But remember, you're already taking care of yourself where you're at. You can't be out. Bars are closed, but you really have to take care and protect. Masks for everyone. Remember, very, very important to take care of yourself. Trying to do retrieval as soon as your travel ban is up. Some of those people may have a more difficult time traveling when these bans are up. But I'm hoping they're all going to be, as long as, look, you saw New York, boom, 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 and then like this. So everyone, stay safe. You got to really separate yourself and take care of yourself and your significant family, friends, neighbors, and your community. The mask helps and works, by the way. Low AMH trigger is HCG 10,000 units, by the way. It gets a little wobbly sometimes, but that's the nature of everything, isn't it? It gets a little bit wobbly. You gotta, right? Thoughts on severe endometriosis, IVF, fertility in general. I've been working hard. Low carb. Okay, keto is a high fat diet. It's not a low carb diet. High fat, low carb, low protein is my opinion. One meal a day at night. No fruit, no fiber, no vegetables, no cereal, rice, pasta, bread, seeds, or nuts. Nada, by the way. But endometriosis is a bowel inflammatory condition. It's due to your diet. Done. By going keto, it's amazing. Kiltz is keto, more amazing. But absolutely, either start there, CBD, LDN, whether you do Orlissa with letrozole or Lupron and letrozole for 30 to 60 days may be very helpful also, by the way. All right, let's see if I can get this guy up. All right. What has been your experience in the use of Neupogen to increase? So actually, we kind of put Neupogen a little on the sideline, but we shouldn't. I think Neupogen is great for stimulation. You may also prime with a little bit of Neupogen, human growth, esterase. For some reason, it doesn't get used as much. We used to use it a lot more, but we're using a lot more human growth hormone now, more than anything. All right, let's see, tools, lost my tools. But yeah, it's another one. We also used to do a lot of intrauterine Neupogen, but the sub-Q Neupogen with intrauterine PRP, HCG, and embryo glue, I think helps also with implantation. But egg quality, yes to Neupogen, and human growth hormone in stimulation more than we're using it with anything else. All right, let's see if we can get this to work right. I've kind of been playing with this weird bottom lately. I'm having fun with it. Have to wait. I'll call you back. All right. But we're going to be closing up here in just a few minutes. Thank you guys for joining me, by the way. You know, this is my favorite place to hang out, and this is my favorite place to hang out. I love sharing the thoughts and ideas that I think are helpful. I saw a question on ice cream and sugar. I'll go back to that. I feel so guilty that ice cream so much sugar. Listen, white sugar from time to time is better than lettuce, kale, asparagus, and broccoli, in my opinion. So that's why the ice cream, but high fat, cream, eggs, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of vanilla, I think can be very helpful, by the way. All right, let's finish up with this guy and get everyone moving on for the evening. We'll may or may not be on tomorrow night. We'll see. And then I'm working on the weekend, but I think it's a 4th of July, family time. Remember, just kind of, you know, do the barbecue. You guys all 6 feet apart and do all the things necessary to stay safe. You, your family, and everyone else, by the way. All right, let's see what we got here. You guys are good, right? All right, let's close up. A few more questions. 40-year-old doing fresh 5-day transfer. Suggest one or do 2 to transfer 40 or over. It's a pleasure. Embryo glue is a culture media used just before embryo transfer. So I highly think it can be very helpful, by the way. All right, you guys are good, right? All right, let's get one more off here. I think this fills up my tray. I think we've had a good time of conversation tonight. What do you say? Look at faith and food make fertility. So be persistent. Listen and read those things in life that give you more positive energy. That's really important. Every day, start the day with thank you, God, Creator, nature, Lord, whatever you want to pick for this awesome, amazing day. The experiences that we live every day are all part of what we're meant to live. And so if you can find joy in the hardship, it's the stress and strain that makes pottery and all sorts of amazing, really great things. So, that said, God bless you guys. You guys have an awesome, amazing evening. And if I don't see you this week, I'll see you next week. Have a great 4th of July. Love you guys. Take care. Bye, guys. Bye.